How you doing? Today we're going to work on Wonderwall by Oasis. Capo on the 2nd fret. Here's the left-hand shapes. The first thing, 3rd finger and the 4th finger are going to be placed on the 3rd fret of each of the 2nd and the 1st strings, just like this. And you're going to leave them there for pretty much the whole song. And then the 1st finger here is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and that creates E minor 7. Then you're going to take the 2nd finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the low string, and that creates G. Now you're going to lift those two up, put the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, that's D sus4, and then take that 1st finger into a half bar or a hinge bar over the 4th and the 3rd strings, and that creates A7 sus4. And there's your first shapes. Okay, now let's talk about the rhythm. We have 16th notes and 8th notes together. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and down, up, down, 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 up. So 2 16ths and then an 8th. Then it's 8th and then 2 16ths. So 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and then there's a 16th note rest, and then you have E and 4 E and do it again. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and E and 4 E and If I put the metronome on, you can hear how it's relative. I'm going to do that nice and slow at 50. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and E and 4 E and Now you'll notice my hand keeps swinging 16th notes. We've talked about this before. Even though there isn't a beat there, for instance, the beat 3 of measure 2 is a 16th note rest. I have to account for that. My hand has to swing through all those 16th notes. I can't just stop. 1 E and 2 and You see on a couple of those I'm making upstrokes, not hitting the strings. You have to account for all the 16th notes. Okay, so if I played that all together, now the software generated a 16th note rest. It's okay if you let that ring. Don't worry about that off the D7 sus4. Now that was a rest, or you can go. It's not really going to matter. Okay, enough about that. You do that 3 times, and then C add 9, D sus4, A7 sus4. That's like a little bit of a turnaround into the verse. C add 9 looks like a G, but these 2 fingers are on the 5th and 4th strings instead of the 6th and 5th strings. Just move them down, just like that. C add 9. So, all together, intro. Now it goes into the verse. One quick thing before we go on. This song has a 2-measure pattern to it. So every time you see 2 measures, 90% of the time, there's a couple breaks, but it's 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and E and 4 E and that's going to go out. That's like the main rhythm of the song. Like I've said this before, most songs have a rhythm pattern. That's the pattern of the song. It's going to go through the whole tune. So once you learn that 16th note pattern of those 2 measures, you're good to go. You can kind of just insert the different chords. Okay, so from the verse, it's E minor 7, G, D sus4 to A7, which is basically the same as the intro. Then the little turnaround again. So the verse and the intro are basically the same. We're going to jump right to the pre-chorus, which is measure 9. We have C add 9, D sus4, and now E minor 7. Twice. So pre-chorus we have C add 9, D sus4, E minor 7 with a repeat sign. Then C add 9, D sus4. This time we're going to go G, G over F sharp, E minor 7, back to G. And now A7 sus4 for 2 measures. Now that's a situation where it's not a 2-measure phrase, meaning it's one rhythmic pattern that repeats twice for measures 13 and 14. So here it is again, pre-chorus. Repeat that. Now. Same rhythm on this one. Now the chorus. Back to that 2-measure pattern that we were doing. Okay, so you can hear that rhythmic pattern again like it was in the beginning. This time in the chorus we have C add 9, E minor 7, G, E minor 7. Okay, I'll do the chorus one more time. Idea there. Now this is 85. Let's see if that's right. Sounds about right. I'm going to go down to 75. I'm going to play along with repeats. I want you to kind of play along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. There was another verse in there. I just kind of skipped to follow the arrangement that we got on the paper, and I was kind of singing along just so you can kind of hear what the arrangement was. But yeah, play through with the repeats. Now the verse is going to have to repeat again. I didn't have that extra repeat in there. Sorry about that. Before you went on, and then you just kind of repeat the form, and there you go. The classic Wonderwall by Oasis. It's a really fun song to play, and you'll notice that these two fingers kind of get really comfortable here on these frets, and you don't really move in the whole song. So it's a nice, comfortable thing to play, and it sounds very contemporary because of these chords that you've got. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Take care.